Board of Directors. It's Heidi Boynton from Jacob's Heart, Director of Development and Communications, and I'm excited to share with you how 2020 went and what we're looking forwards to in 2020. As you know, Jacob's Heart Children's Cancer Support Services exists to improve the quality of life for children with cancer and support their families in the challenges they face. I'm very proud to be a part of the Jacob's Heart team and help fulfill this mission. And we do this on the development and communication side with a specific slant to our mission. Our mission in development and communications is to enrich Jacob's Heart now and in the future by connecting meaningfully with our partners and purpose. We focus on community engagement, donor stewardship, family and community events, social media and engagement, volunteer coordination, business partnership development, and fundraising appeals. I'm going to break down a few of our categories and show you what we did in 2020 and also what we're looking forward to in 2021. Family and community events, as you all know, is a critical part of Jacob's Heart. 2020 put a huge damper on how we celebrate, how we heal, and how we support. So while we couldn't do many of our traditional Jacob's Heart activities, such as our camp and Kidrageous, the golf tournament, and Forever Loved retreat, we were able to look for different ways to celebrate, to heal, to support, to spark joy for the families of Jacob's Heart, as well as engage our donors, sponsors, and businesses, community members. For example, our Kidrageous Carnival. Typically, this is a huge bash that thousands of people come to, and I know that it is a big deal. Well, this year it just simply couldn't. And so we sat down with the Family Support Specialist team, which is how we do everything, and designed a Kidrageous version that really went to the heart of why Kidrageous is even around. And Kidrageous is a way for kids to come and have some fun, no matter what stage they're at in their diagnosis or their treatment, and to see other people, to see their family support specialists, to see the staff from Jacob's Heart, to just really grab some joy. So we did the best we could. We created a drive-through version of this carnival out in our parking lot in front of the Family Center with the support of businesses, donors, sponsors. We were able to do this without any cost. We generated income, so that's really cool. We didn't cost anything. And we were able to have a lot of fun with the kiddos that were able to make it. They decorated their cars, they came in, they went through each tent, and the Family Support Specialist gave them a kit to do a little building project or an art project, or they got a big bag of beautiful snacks. And each family was able to take home a great barbecue lunch provided by our volunteers and our staff. So while that worked, we are very eager for 2021. And I'm hopeful, talking to counties, county parks, and county administrators, I think we're going to be able to have some version of Kidrageous Carnival and the Super Fun Run in both Santa Cruz County, hopefully at a larger venue, and then also in Monterey County. We're also planning Camp Hearts and Hands in late May with Darcy and her amazing team. We're preparing for the MacDill Grand Opening Party in June to celebrate Missy's birthday and also celebrate this amazing space that's been worked on throughout the COVID pandemic. And then our famous Jordan and Kyra golf tournament will be back in September, following up in November with our Forever Loved retreat. So while it still may look a little different in 2021, we're hopeful that we're going to be able to provide some really incredible events for our families and the community. Businesses and corporations are a big part of our role in development communications. It's our responsibility to make sure that we're taking care of the business and community relationships, such as the Lions Club and the Rotary, for what they're doing and the relationship that's already been built, and then also cultivating more and more relationships to support the work at Jacob's Heart, whether that's actual financial donation, in-kind donation, or advocacy into the community and telling others about the work that we're doing here. We weren't able to do as many events or have tabling at different events or go to chambers, but we were able to bring some businesses and organizations into the Family Center, even in the midst of the pandemic. This photo here are the Santa Cruz Warriors. They came for an afternoon and packed groceries, delivered groceries, brought some smiles to some kiddos' faces, and just had a really good time. And we're able to see firsthand what our grocery program is all about. So while we haven't been able to do things the same, those things that we have been able to do have had a lot more meaning because we've been able to take time and we don't have the typical responsibilities that we would have had, say, at a bigger event. We could bring them in, spend some time with them, take them on a tour, really show them the work that we do. And we're excited for 2021. Already at the beginning of the year, we were able to talk to Chris from Growers and Strippers Association and Lisa from the foundation to talk about ways that we can partner with them to support financially the work at Jacob's Heart, and then also help their members learn about the services that we provide so that they can spread that word to their community, maybe to their employees, friends, and families. Individual donors, the backbone of what keeps us going here at Jacob's Heart. Of course, like everything else, this was an interesting year to figure out how we can really engage with our donors in meaningful ways. I've had the opportunity since I started in June, because things have been different, to really dig in and learn about our donors, understand who they are and how we can best serve them so that they feel compelled to keep giving, and also to spread the word to get to their friends so that we can get new donors. Of course, one of our big individual donor contributors is the Evening of Friends that Nancy Dobbins puts on every year. And I hope you don't mind, Nancy, that I put this photo in here, but I just really want to give a shout out for your response, even during a pandemic, to engage with your friends and share the love that you have of Jacob's Heart with them by doing that video. And I know that was hard for you, but so many of you have come around and helped us think of ways that we can still reach our donors and grow that relationship. You'll see here in my key points and notes, we've got some pretty cool news. We grew our new donors, 418 new donors in 2020. That's a 335% growth rate over 2019's growth. So that's exciting, and it sets us up for a really great start to the year as we engage with those donors in new and different ways. You'll see our 4% overall growth rate in revenue. I know that includes lots of things. But then what I think is really interesting is our growth rate in funds per county. While our numbers of donors in those counties are somewhere around the same as they've been in years past, the amount that they're giving is increasing, and that's really great news. So I'm excited for what we can do to engage them in the year to come and how we can develop those relationships more. In fact, this summer we did a phone tree with our staff where we called every single donor. And everyone that answered the phone, our simple ask was, how are you doing? Between fires and COVID and everything else that's going on, we really just wanted to check in and see how they were doing. And the response was remarkable. People really appreciated. They knew that we were acknowledging them because they're a donor, but they really appreciated the fact that we took the time to just say, how are you doing? So expect an email from me soon. We would like to ask you to be a part of a phone tree to thank our donors in 2020. So we're going to be providing you with a script. We're going to be providing you with a list, and I'm hoping you'll join us as we spend some time calling our donors to simply say thank you. It goes a long way in their investment in the future and their willingness to keep supporting Jacob's Heart. Appeals and campaigns. This was my first year with Jacob's Heart, so it was exciting to see how things have been done in the past, and it was also really exciting to see how we could elevate Jacob's Heart message, the way we present the stories in Jacob's Heart, and I'm excited for where that's going to take us in the future. All of you received our beautiful campaign with Sweet Gabriella, and you'll see here in bold, I was blown away by these numbers, but in 2019, the total donations for the year-end campaign, and we're able to track that, were $29,410. And in 2020, we've raised $55,412.50. That's a very big increase, and I'm very excited. I'm excited for what that means for the future as we create appeals in 2021. We're already hard at work on our impact report, and I can't wait for you to see it. We're spinning our wheels of creativity for the McDill Center and how we will present that to our community to engage them in fundraising, as well as this new space that's going to mean so much to so many. And finally, our grants. So of course, this is a very critical and big part of our income. Lori, along with Alex Dami, who used to work here and now works remotely, and Trisha Potts are keeping a really strong pace on applying for grants, ensuring that all of the reporting takes place within the appropriate timelines, And then also, all of us are coming together to look for new opportunities to apply for funding. Our role as development and communications is to support this grant team as they need to acknowledge funders in social media, if they need to provide assets like photos and stories. It's a really great team working together to ensure our grant base stays strong and continues to grow in the years to come. We make a living by what we get, we make a life by what we give. I'm really proud of the work that the development and communications team has done. Aside from our increase in revenue and increase in reach, I'm really excited about how the development and communications team and the family support specialist team works hand in hand to ensure that everything we do, whether it's a social media post, an email, an appeal in the mail, or any kind of newsletter, anything that goes out these doors is worked on by both parts of this team. That is really incredible. We want to make sure that family stories are told correctly, that they are infused with dignity and respect, and that the true heart of Jacob's Heart is being shared as we grow our relationships with business, community members, and beyond. Thanks for listening and watching, and I'm so excited for 2021.